Welcome YouTubers to my first tutorial on science experiments. Today we will be dissecting an eye. This is a cow's eye. You can purchase them from your local butcher. They're cheap and they are not hard to get a hold of. There are a few things we're going to need for this experiment. There's a dissection board, your eye, tweezers, scissors, and a piece of newspaper. Make sure you do this under the supervision of an adult, as we are using sharp scissors, and also there is a chance you can cut yourself. Okay, let's begin. We're going to begin with the eye. What we're going to do is, we're going to take the scissors. I'm just going to trim off the fat. This is because most of the eyes that come, they usually come with a fat layer around them, which is at the back, and that is also the optic nerve. Alright, so our eye is pretty much clean. So once that's done, so the fat is off. Now what we're going to do is, for safety, we're going to put it in the corner of the tray. We're going to grab the tweezers, pull up a piece of the sclerotic layer, and just use the innermost part of the scissors to just try and cut through. It's very tough. It may take a while to get through, and it is also very slippery, so it's hard. Thank you. Just watch your fingers. Now, you might be thinking, why don't you just stab the eye? Why don't you just stab the eye? Well, that's because it's very slippery, and there is a big chance you can cut yourself. But I have been able to get through, so it's all good. Now, there's this jelly that's coming through. This is the vitreous humor. That jelly there is the outer layer of the vitreous humor, and if we cut all the way around the eye, I will be able to pull it out and to show you. Simply cut around like so. It's very tough, don't be gentle with it, so you need to go easy. Once there's a big enough hole, you should be able to squeeze it out. Just like that. This here is the vitreous humor, the jelly-like substance, and in the center, with the black around it, that is the lens. The lens contracts and relaxes to allow us to have vision, to look at long-distance objects or short-sighted objects. That is controlled by the ciliary muscles in our eye. That is the pupil, the iris. And if we look at the back here, just turn this inside out. That shiny part there, that is your retina. This is what contains all the cones and rods to allow you to see color and pretty much all the objects in the world. This black substance that we can see on the eye, this is the choroid. When light travels into the eye, it would bounce around if it wasn't for this. This absorbs the light, so the only light that goes through is the light that goes to your retina, and to register the image so that your brain knows. This hole here, where you can see my finger, that is your pupil. The pupil is basically a hole in your eye that, well, pretty much it's a hole, so there's nothing there. That is controlled by the iris. The iris opens and closes as in the pupil dilating. If it gets darker, it gets bigger to allow more light in, and if it's brighter, it closes to let less light in. That's pretty much it for today. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe and click like.